All right, here's a quick run through of access to ClickUp inside of your dashboard. We're going to go through what to look for, where to find things, and how to be able to submit new ideas, content, and that kind of thing to our team as well. Once you get logged in, this will be basically what you see when you first get logged in. It's just going to be basically the places that have been shared with you. What you can do is you can click on the little drop down arrow that only shows up if you're hovering over it, but then you'll actually see the lists that you're involved with. When you click into that list, you'll have a list view, you'll have a standard board view. If you go into the content, basically the same thing, right? Your client review list by content type, so it breaks it out based on what type of content you have listed in here, and then by due date, basically when is the article or topic next due, and then inside of each one of these little lists here, you'll have access to the same tasks. So it's just a different visual based on the type of content that it is and the position that it's in. As you can see on this one, there isn't really anything to do as of yet. Anything that we pass off to you will be dropped into this triage section. So, for example, let's say this article was ready for your review. It would be in the triage section. You would see it in here. You can click on it to open up that specific task. You'll see the information in the description area. You also will have a Google Drive link here that will point you to the article in question or social media content that you'll be able to access, as well as a publish date if there is one set. For time-bound articles or glossary terms, there's not always going to be a specific publish date because some things will be related to a specific time, so obviously time-bound, or it could be a product service page, could be a landing page, ebook, glossary definition. So there's a lot of content that we have in here that doesn't necessarily need to have a published date specifically. So just keep an eye out for those things here, but we'll always list what type of content it is, what status it's in. So once you've reviewed this content, we're going to ask that you move it to either the needs edits area or to the ready to publish. And you can do that a few different ways. One, you literally just drag and drop it over in the client review section, or I'll move this one back. Or if you're inside of it, you can come down where you see the triage and you can just go ahead and choose needs edits or ready to publish, depending on if there are any edits that you need to make or that we need to make for the article. Or if you feel that it is completely ready to publish, then you just choose ready to publish, and I'll set that there. So now that it's been moved, you can see it's over here. In this section here, I like to just hide it and kind of clean up this section. But what you'll actually end up seeing is as soon as this gets put into the ready to publish area, what will end up happening is this will automatically get assigned to our team to publish based on the publish date. And you can do the exact same thing in here too. So the test is the one that we opened. And again, it's ready to publish. If we scroll down, we can see it's in the ready to publish section here. That's a quick run through of how to be able to review your content and where to be able to find your tasks. You'll notice that you don't have the ability to create tasks in here, and that's okay. What we're attempting to do is to be able to ensure that we are following the strategy that we've set in place each quarter to make sure that there aren't any hiccups or anything that might catch us off guard or added weight work for specific tasks that weren't originally in that strategy. So if you're looking to be able to communicate with the team and it's not really specific to a really specific task, you'll find that section up here in the dashboards area. And then you'll have your project collaboration dashboard. If you open that up, you'll actually see your temporary client portal while we build out a new one. But you'll see the overall health of your project, budget, schedule, scope, and this will be updated each week as we kind of move forward into your project. These little tasks will change colors. It'll be green, yellow, or red, depending on the status of the task, where we are, if we're behind or anything like that. The project or progress toward completion will be just a table showing you how many tasks have been started, how many tasks are still needing to be completed, etc. And that'll keep it nice and easy on that end. And you'll just get a quick overview on that one. The next important thing here is this Let's Chat area. This will be how you communicate with the team. This is probably the majority of the things that you'll use in this view. And all you have to do to chat is just go down to comment or type, and then you can say whatever your message is, and that will be sent out to our team, who will then go in and reply to your message itself. And then they will reply in here, so they'll actually have the ability to have threaded conversations so that nothing gets lost along the way. If you have another thing that you would like to ask and it's not related to this or a specific task, you can just create a second one, and it'll go ahead and create a second threaded response, and then our team will be notified of this and we'll go into it and process or follow up with you based on what's here. It will scroll up and down based on how many posts are in here. So I'll do hello 3. As you can see, now we have to scroll through to be able to get to them all, but that's okay, because basically these will be time limited things. They're not going to be things that you'd probably come back to very frequently. But you can always just scroll up to be able to gain access to those items as well. Other than that, we have this My To-Dos list. So if you have a to-do task, so I'm just going to come into the content and I'm going to assign this one to me. If we go back into the dashboard area, we'll actually have a item that will show up. Oh, I didn't attach this. Well, you'll have an item that shows up in here for any tasks that are assigned to you, whether we're waiting on review, whether we're waiting on any kind of feedback or approvals will all show up in here as things that are related to you. This week's workload and distribution by assignees, these two will autofill based on the information that's in your task list. You'll actually be able to see this week's workload, how many tasks are assigned to who in the workspace. Down here are the tasks that have a due date of this week. These are tasks that have a due date of next week. And that basically goes through your entire client portal and the two bases or lists that have been shared with you. So these will contain your social media content. You'll have a board view that you can use to be able to review that content exactly like this one here. You have triage. It either needs edits, the edits are complete, or they're ready to publish. Those are the 4 statuses that you will use, and you'll be the only one that will be able to move it from triage to needs edits, or edits complete to needs more edits, or ready to publish, just depending on what the status of that task is. If you have any other questions about ClickUp or how it works or how to communicate with us, please go ahead and let us know. Send us an email to support@stoute.co, and we will get you answers as soon as we can.